just share. Have you heard that before? Are you a direct marketer or a network marketer and you've heard, oh, just share, that's how you build a business? But to me, just share is a strategy for ice cream. Let me tell you 2 problems with share. Number 1, if you want an income business, one that generates money, check this out. How would you feel if you heard something like this? What do you do? Oh, I share real estate. Really? Yeah, oh, and I share internet services. You do? Yeah. Oh, so what do you do? Oh, I share tennis lessons. So you want to ask yourself, do you really want to say that you share like ice cream? Or do you want to act like you own an income business? The second problem with this I share thing is this. People tell me all the time, Kim, I hate that I have an ulterior motive when I'm talking to people. I hate it because I feel gross. And what's the ulterior motive? Well, we all know when we start a conversation, right? We want to connect with people. We want to say, hey, here I am. What is your primary motive? Is it really friendship? Or is it to get them into the business? Just be honest. Everybody wants friends. Everybody wants to be liked. But when you start these friendships and relationships in order to get them into the business down the road, what's the real motivation there? And what happens when they find out? So my question is, do you want to be transparent with others right from the get-go so they know that you do something to earn a living that might actually be able to help them and not drive them away at the same time? If that's what you want to do, maybe I can help you. My name's Kim Klaver. I'm a woman in the business 29 years. And the reason that matters is I'm going to show you in just a minute. And so far I have built 6 different companies to the top over these last 29 years. All of them in record time. That is usually 6 to 9 months and I got to the top of the company. And I can tell you right now, I never said I share anything because that's for ice cream. So let me tell you an inconvenient truth, and I'm sorry to borrow that, but it's the best way I could describe it. In case you're wondering, what do I have to offer you? I have built 6 of these things, and the last few, here's one, where we won a recruiting contest, a company-wide recruiting contest in a card sending company. And I was number 1, and my friend, my partner in doing a lot of network marketing businesses and direct sales companies, is number 2 there. And we beat about 150,000 reps to the top in 6 months. This is another company where I was in the top 10 earners, number 4 in my, second month. And this was a company that taught people how to do internet marketing as their network marketing business. That's what they did. And this is an audio tape, So You Want to Be a Networker, one of my very first audios that I made in 1992. This is me on one of many stages I've been on. And here's a book some of you might know, If My Product's So Great, How Come I Can't Sell It? That was 2004. So I've been around a long time and have been able to grow quite a bit, and so I can share a couple fun things with you. So here's that truth. When I realized that I had to change how I did the business and do it a totally different way from what I had been taught, which is to share with everybody you know, everybody who can fog a mirror, that day really changed everything. And it turned out I had been selling people the wrong thing, the wrong promise. And so they quit when the obstacles popped up. And obstacles always pop up when you do anything that's going to be great or different than what you're doing right now. So the question is, what do? I just told everything they told me upside down. And here's what we did. 5 things I'm going to tell you right now so you can see whether or not this resonates with you. And when we changed these 5 things, everything changed for us. You ready? First up, we decided that we would really be straight with people. And what does that mean? Well, not to exaggerate how easy it would be or how fast it would be, because we learned that the easier you make it look, the quicker people drop out. So we found a way to entice the right people without having to apologize later, right? Because I don't want to be in that place. Second, we found that the strategy and the attitude, the perspective of helping people, not getting people, made quite a difference in how people perceived us. Before I did this business, I was in real estate, and we know very well that everyone is not our prospect. Everybody may want the big mansion on the hill, but just a few people can qualify and come in with a loan from the bank saying, yeah, we've got the money to buy this. So what we want is to find people who are looking for help, who have a problem that we can actually help with, and then have them come to us and pay us. So that's really how we turn things around. Instead of going around to everybody and asking for favors, we decided, you know what, everybody is not really our prospect any more than everybody is one toothpaste's prospect. There are dozens of toothpastes. All of them are toothpaste for different people, right? Different strokes for different folks. So we wanted people who would say, yes, I want help. I want the help that you've got, and here's some money. That's what we wanted, to make them come to us. The third thing we did is this. We found a way to qualify people. So we used to use in the old days just questions where we'd say 4 or 5 questions, and in 60 seconds we'd know if they were going to sign up or not. And we turned that into a software. And what it does is it helps a person qualify themselves and self-select without any pressure from us. So it's an automated screening system that prospects love to take. They're very short, fun questions, and it has enabled me to go through dozens and dozens of people without any time that I spend myself. And the people who are the right ones, who say yes to the questions that matter, like how much it's going to cost, how long they have to stick, and how much they want it, and what their values are, we only talk to the ones who said yes, and they would book calendar appointments with us. And normally we get 30 to 60% of those people saying yes. Very different than when you talk to 100 people and maybe you get one, right? So the fourth thing we did is we decided to position ourselves as advisors instead of being a seller. And the way we did that is if a person perceives us as an advisor that can solve a problem, instead of just being a product pusher, then they will be much more likely to listen to advice that we have, not only about the products that we market, but also other things that we might do, other tips we might give them, other things that we might create to offer them life-changing tips that they might even pay for in addition. So that's what we did. We decided to position ourselves as advisors instead of just product pushers, okay? And we show you how to do that too. And of course, pay you. People pay advisors. They really don't pay people who just push products. Because if that's all they want, they can go to Amazon. All right, fifth, invest in mentoring. Now, of course, some of you are going to go, well, duh, is that kind of self-serving? Of course you mentor. Of course we do. We have lots of programs. But, you know, here's the reason to think about mentoring. If you want to save time. Now, if you don't, and you figure you can do it on your own, you probably can. It's just a question of this lifetime or the next lifetime. Or is it going to be in 10 years versus 1 year? Is it going to be 20 years versus 2 years? So the best people in sports, science, the arts, entrepreneurs, all of them had mentors throughout their career to save time. Somebody who's looking at your stroke can say, you know what, you're moving your foot a little bit, change that a little bit. And they would tell Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the best basketball player. His coaches were not the best basketball players, but they were people who could see what he was doing wrong and make him shift, and then he became the greatest in the world. So it's to achieve the pinnacle of whatever success you want sooner and get better sooner instead of later. Mentoring, by the way, starts pretty early. It's called education. Now, if you do it in groups like pre-K and whatnot, it's called teaching. But then we have tutors. We have mentors, both for the gifted people and for the slowpokes. It doesn't matter. There are tutors for advanced gifted students and people, and there are tutors or mentors for slow people. So decide. The key is to do it. So here's my question for you. If this resonates with you, I have a little show, 49 minutes. Click right there. Get yourself a pass. Click the link below because you're on the video now. So just click that link there someplace and you'll get there. You'll see this little blue box. Enter your info right there on the little box. And then you can check out how we did this in much more detail. So you can see how you could do exactly the same thing if this approach resonates with you. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So first, click on the video here so you can see that blue pass. And then you'll see this. Put in your info, and then what'll happen is you'll come to showtime. Get your popcorn, get something wonderful to drink. And the question for you is, if you can help people, and if you want to find people that you can help that are ready to pay you, then this is something that you probably want to check out, because what if you can do what we did? You ready for that? This is Kim Klaver, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming.